Welcome to Good Day LA. It's 8 o'clock on this Monday. I'm Jen Lammers.
I'm Bobby Castro. Yeah, happy Monday to you. It was just a spectacular weekend there. I was at the beach and it was so beautiful, and a warm-up is now underway for all of us.
Look at this beach bum over here all of a sudden, huh?
Yeah, I love that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, not just spending that time outdoors this weekend, Bob, but also taking in the beach, right? If anyone's going to be moving to the beach this week, maybe not a bad idea, especially because some of our interior sections going to be under a heat advisory come tomorrow morning, and we'll stretch through most of this week. Not the case right now. Across the city, temperatures at 68 degrees, but we do have a heat index, so our feel-like temperatures, what it actually feels like outside, at about 74 degrees. We also have a nice west wind. It is on the calmer side, just about 3 miles per hour. If you are heading to the beach this morning, good to note, temperatures are in the 60s right now, 69 degrees, but this afternoon warming to the 70s, and winds pretty calm out there as well, moving out of that northwest direction. We already have some upper 70s on the map. To feel that, you got to be up in Palmdale, 78 degrees, 69 down in Huntington Beach, and our mountains still cooling off in the 60s right now, but this afternoon they'll be warming up to about 81 degrees, which is above normal for today. Otherwise, along the coast, we're expecting to have 86 in Long Beach for those highs today. Triple digits hitting not just the Palm Springs area, but also areas like Antelope Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster, Quartz Hill, Acton, the Santa Clarita area, also seeing temperatures in the upper 90s. Let's go ahead and send things up to Sky Fox with Stu. Good morning, Stu.
Hey, good morning, Star. Good morning, everybody. Taking a look at that 101 drive. We're going to be in Sherman Oaks. Yeah, you got a nifty Mustang, but you know what? You're going about 35 miles an hour, 34 exactly. As you're making your way northbound on that 101, that little portion of that 101 that's basically between the 170, 134 split all the way out to the 405. Either direction you play it, it's going to be slow. And just slow. Now, you never really stop, so it's always going to have a little bit of go, but a lot of slow. Just keep that one in mind. Give yourself just that little bit of extra time this Monday through the valley. Sending it back to y'all in the studio. Good morning.
All right, Stu, thank you. Nick Reiner is expected in court this morning in a fight over his trust fund.
So he's awaiting trial for killing his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, last year. Gigi Gracietta is standing by with more on this. Gigi.
And certainly a very high-stakes hearing for Nick Reiner and his attorneys as he fights to get a trust fund he says was actually due to him several years ago. Now, take a look at the video. Court is set to start in about half an hour, and that's when Reiner's attorney will make a plea after filing a 136-page petition arguing that Reiner should have already been receiving distributions from a trust fund his parents set up for him back in 1993. Now, half of that was due when he turned 30 years old and the rest at 35. He's currently 32 years old. They say those payments were mandatory and unconditional, and that the instructions left by his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, who set up the trust and who Reiner is now accused of murdering, were very clear. Now, this morning's hearing isn't about the murders themselves. His attorney stressed that the facts about what happened and what didn't happen are not an issue today, but it does matter. Reiner has pleaded not guilty to murdering his parents in their Brentwood home last December. Now, at issue is a specific probate law in the state of California. It's often referred to as California's Slayer statute. Does it apply to this case? Now, the statute dictates that any person who feloniously and intentionally kills someone cannot inherit any money, property, or benefits from that victim. The law basically treats the killer as if they had died before the victim to stop wrongdoers from profiting. This prevents someone who kills a parent or a benefactor from inheriting their assets. Now, it doesn't automatically apply when someone is merely accused, but it often becomes a factor in trust litigation when a criminal case is still pending. Now, Reiner's attorneys say being denied the trust is why he cannot afford a high cost lawyer. You may remember, if you've been following this, that well-known defense attorney Alan Jackson originally was representing Nick Reiner, but abruptly quit. Now, Jackson never said why, but according to his new attorney, it's because Nick Reiner doesn't have access to his trust fund money to be able to pay an attorney. Our Christina Gonzalez is inside the court, and of course we'll bring you the latest on the ongoing saga of Nick Reiner. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
Okay, we'll be awaiting that. Thank you, Gigi. Now to some breaking news out of South Los Angeles. That's where another AutoZone store was targeted after a reported street takeover.
Coco McAvoy is live in South LA with the latest on this situation. Coco.
Good morning, yes, and this is still an active police scene. You can see that the parking lot here to this AutoZone has been blocked off, and just to tell you exactly where we are at East Century Boulevard in South Central. Now, this is what we know so far. We know that this AutoZone was broken into by a group of people reportedly after a street takeover. Now, this happened just after 5:30 this morning. LAPD is investigating it as a burglary. There's no word right now on how large the group was that broke into this AutoZone. We also don't know where the street takeover took place that's being reported. But this isn't unusual. Several AutoZones in South LA have been targeted over the last couple of months, and many after street takeovers. We don't know how much was taken from this AutoZone in this case because it's all still under investigation. But as we come back out here live, you can see that there is damage at least to the outside of the AutoZone here. Not able to really see inside, at least from my view here, to see if there's a lot of damage inside. And like I mentioned, we don't know how much merchandise has been taken or if any was taken from the AutoZone. We do know that at least one person is inside of the patrol car here at that LAPD patrol car, but no information on scene yet. No officers talking out here on scene at this point, but we'll continue to ask questions to try to learn more information. But so far, we do know that there was a break-in here at this AutoZone in South LA. I'll send it back to you.
Well, we know they got a lot of pictures and video from past break-ins at all those AutoZones, and they released pictures of the suspects, so maybe that'll be the case in this situation also, Coco. Thank you so much. We'll check in with you. Also breaking this morning, a live look from La Mirada. One person is dead following a fire at a condo there. This is happening on Oxford Drive, just north of Reginald Benton Middle School. The LA County Fire Department says they were called out to that home just after 11 last night. Investigators have confirmed one person has died. We're continuing to gather information from the scene there, and we will bring that to you as it becomes available.
8:07 this morning, the entertainment world is mourning the death of actress Hayden Panettiere. She was just 36 years old.
So young. Brooke is here with the very latest on this.
So young. It was shocking, right? You saw this news break yesterday, and what? We were texting about this a bit. It is so sad. Tributes are pouring in this morning for the actress, with friends and even former co-stars remembering her life and career. Earlier on Good Day LA, Jen and Bob talked with TMZ, where TMZ shared exclusive details surrounding her final moments that could point, they say, to a possible cause of death.
So we found out that this went down in Greenville, South Carolina, yesterday afternoon. Around 1:50 is when paramedics responded to a call for a woman in cardiac arrest, and they arrived at this condo where we're told Brian, her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, had been staying, as well as Hayden had been staying there. And that when paramedics arrived, they did indeed confirm that she was in cardiac arrest. We know that from 911 dispatch audio that the paramedics performed CPR, and they used the words overdose as so looking at this as a possible overdose.
It's heartbreaking. Panettiere was most known for her star-making roles in the TV shows Heroes and Nashville. Her father confirmed her death in a statement to ABC News, calling her an incredible light. And while official sources have not released a cause of death, you just heard TMZ there talking a bit about medical crews responding to a call for an unresponsive woman in cardiac arrest at a home in South Carolina. Yesterday, the report says first responders tried to revive her, but she died at the scene. Now, her career spanned nearly her entire life. I'm talking from child commercials to big screen hits like Remember the Titans and Scream 4. Viola Davis starred with Panettiere in the 2026 drama Custody. She remembered her talent, but also the person behind it, describing her as an old, wise soul and a deep heart. One Tree Hill star Bethany Joy Lenz knew Panettiere since they were young, sharing memories spanning years. She wrote she's crushed and struggling to understand how this can be real. Melissa Barrera shared the screen with her in Scream 6, posting a broken heart and a message wishing her peace. David Arquette, who worked with Panettiere years earlier in Scream 4, he kept his message short, sharing, "I love you, Hayden." And Rosie O'Donnell joined the outpouring of love online, posting her photo and saying she was heartbroken by the news. Hayden appeared on her show when she was just 11 years old during her Remember the Titans press tour. Again, as for her official cause of death, the Greenville County coroner will perform an autopsy today to determine the cause and manner of death. We'll have that information as soon as we have it. You know, I think we all remember, you know, that little blonde, curly-haired girl.
Course, yeah.
You know, that's what I think of when I think of Hayden. And I saw reports that her brother died of heart failure.
That's right.
When she was in her 20s, her brother, I believe, was also in his 30s. So it's sad for the whole family.
Yeah.
You know, I think
brokenhearted.
all of our hearts go out to that little
she
girl.
still has
her
a
daughter.
11 years old. Yeah, apparently they're still, you know, close as could be. Yeah.
All right, Brooke, thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. Waymo expanding its business in 2 new California cities. The company plans to introduce robo-taxis to Sacramento and San Diego, while also expanding its current networks in Los Angeles and here in San Francisco. This comes after the California Department of Motor Vehicles approved Waymo to add additional service areas. There's no date yet for when services will be launched in the cities. I've seen those new, I don't know, they're kind of like vans.
Yeah.
I've seen more of those.
They seat, I think, 6 people. And they've been out and about. I saw one for the first time without a driver.
Yeah.
And then I saw one on the freeway with a driver.
Yeah. And I saw Zoox also.
I haven't seen a Zoox yet.
I saw Zoox.
That's Amazon, right?
Yep, here it comes.
Oh boy. Robo everything.
Robo everything. Stu, how we doing?
Hey, no Robo Skybox yet, but as far as the self-driving vehicles, I know that Tesla is going to be releasing robo taxis as well. Let's talk some traffic. Skybox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. Made our way over to the 101. Now we're in Woodland Hills. It is moving along freeway speeds either direction out here in the Woodland Hills area. If it is going to be southbound as you ride coming out of West Valley over to the 405, don't get used to all this love right here, because I'm telling you, it becomes very slow and go as you make your way over to the 405. And passing the 405, it does stay that way. Now northbound lanes, you've gotten through the slow, and now you're entering that go as you make your way out towards the Malibu area and beyond. That 101 looking fantastic. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
Opening arguments are set to begin today in the trial of the former gang leader accused of planning the murder of the hip-hop icon Tupac Shakur. A jury of 6 men and 10 women were selected on Friday. Dwayne Keith Davis has pleaded not guilty in the case.
Baseball has lost a legend. Former Dodgers pitcher Tommy John has passed away at 83. He was best known for the groundbreaking elbow surgery named after him, Tommy John surgery. Not only it saved his career in 1974, but also it transformed sports medicine forever.
Well, I wanted to play baseball. And the only way I was going to play baseball was to have the surgery.
During his 26-year MLB career, John won 288 games, including 87 wins here in Los Angeles, where he helped lead the Dodgers to 2 pennants in the 1970s. John passed away last night at his home in Florida while in hospice care.
One of the biggest names in soccer may be nearing the final whistle. Cristiano Ronaldo says this could be his last year playing professional soccer. He has already called the 2026 World Cup his last. In an interview with Vogue, the 41-year-old star said he will probably retire next summer when his contract with Saudi club Al Nassr ends. He's looking forward to traveling, spending more time with his family. Ronaldo said he wants to leave a spectacular legacy before stepping away from the game. He is just 24 goals short of reaching an unprecedented 1,000 career goals.
Oh, boy. One of Ferrari's first electric cars sold for a massive premium at Monterey Car Week, $40 million. The special edition of the Luce was auctioned off over the weekend. Take a look at this beaut. The car was the first one of the vehicles ever to come off the production line. It set a new record for the highest price ever for a new car sold at auction. A standard model will sell at roughly $640,000. I need like a wide shot of this thing. I need like a, what does it look like? Because I'm seeing a lot of interiors right now.
It's pretty. I mean, I guess if you got it, you got it.
If you got it, you got it.
Right? I don't know.
The Luce. Come on, let's see. I can't even see. It's like in the shadows over there.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know too much about cars, but I do know Ferrari.
That's right.
Luce, but learned something new today. I'm here to tell you about the weather. We do have high pressure working over the region this week. In fact, we're expecting to go right back into another heat advisory. That advisory becomes active as early as tomorrow morning, and it will stretch through portions of the middle of this week. Hence the fact why we have our heat peaking on our headlines Tuesday, which is tomorrow, through Wednesday, as well as Thursday. And if you enjoy the cooler temperatures, don't really like to handle the heat, well, can't tell you that the weather cools down not until we arrive at the back half of this work week. Here's a look at this infamous system making its march right back westward. We are expected to have that heat expanding from this system. And so with that, that is the reason why we do have all of these heat alerts in place across a big portion of the area where temperatures could reach the 90s as well as the triple digits. Won't be until we arrive at the end of the week that we are seeing that system go ahead and move out of our area. Today, however, we do not have that system in place, but still some areas seeing those temperatures slightly above their normal, so a little elevated. Across the Anaheim area, if you are heading out to the park today, Disneyland, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures this afternoon are expected to top off in the 80s. And if you're in the mountains, your temperatures are also going to be on the nicer side this week. We are finally seeing your area get rid of that wet pattern. And with that, a lot of sunshine today. Temperatures also expected to get in the upper 70s to low 80s. And for the Inland Empire, we are going to see a lot of heat for you this week. Today being one of those days, we are under some sunshine. May see that switch to clouds in place, but even with that, temperatures are expected to top off in the 90s. When we get back, we'll have more news for you, but until then, we'll be right back after this break.
Ah, live look at Catalina.
It's nice.
Does it make you want to go there more? See?
I love Catalina, I really do.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's just lately, I feel like it's gotten kind of crowded.
Yeah.
Everybody, it used to be kind of like a gem that, you know, like people went there once in a while. Now you got like, people have figured it out. It's a beautiful place to be.
You got to do a vodka cran on the ferry out there. It's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
More universities trying to keep up with the times by offering degrees for influencers.
Would you like to be an influencer?
If it pays money.
The money's right, let me tell you.
But I don't know, no one wants to see my stuff. Arizona State University made headlines for launching a bachelor's degree in content creation from its Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication program.
Wow.
Syracuse University, that's Auroxia's alma mater, Quinnipiac, and Colorado State University now offering similar minors. The influencer industry expected to climb above $20 billion this year.
Wow.
They're like the new celebrities, really. You know what I mean?
They are, and there's a way of doing it. Like there's a ratio of how often you should post and when you should post and all that stuff.
It's a job.
It is a job, yeah.
But if you enjoy it,
it can be all consuming for some people, and it's like it's a good way of getting into maybe TV, movies, whatever it is, because you see some of these like TikTok stars going on to do
eventually they become
mainstream stuff.
Stars.
Yeah. But you know what? TikTok's the mainstream now, so who knows? With back to school season here, sleep doctors have a reminder for all the parents out there. Bedtime matters more than you think. Pediatric sleep specialists say most children are not getting enough sleep, and many parents underestimate just how much kids and teens actually need. So we're talking about 11 or 12 hours for school-age kids and about 9 hours for teens. Experts say the fix is fairly straightforward. Just keep it consistent. Have a consistent bedtime. No screens 1 hour before bed. Easier said than done sometimes. And short nighttime routines, no more than 30 minutes, and that includes reading. Sleep experts also say if the summer bedtime went completely off the rails, as it sometimes does, even small changes can make a big difference over time.
Do you have to kind of buffer it? So if you want the kid to be asleep at 8, then you have to start really like 7:15, or
so
like you have to like how much?
Well, no more than 30 minutes, they say.
No more than 30 minutes.
They say, experts say. So yeah, I mean, 15 minutes ahead of time, I would say, is that usually like that includes the bath, that includes the brushing the teeth, and then the bedtime story too.
And then it's just like lights out completely.
And then it's lights out.
Do you have a sound machine or anything?
And if we have a Hatch, a sound machine. He's got all the bells and whistles. We have a little projector that shows the night sky on a ceiling.
Do you spray some nice bedtime spray?
Some botanical oils.
Let me give you some lavender.
Right? Piping in the room.
He deserves it.
Oh, gosh. Things that we never had when we were growing up, right? We'll be right back.
Is that just our song, or do they have that song at night?
We don't have that. I walked in here and heard it.
Nice, right? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, y'all popping over here.
It's nice.
It's new.
Yeah, we like it. We like it. It's new.
Yeah.
It's 8:30 already.
Hi, guys.
Morning is zooming by.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a great weekend.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a beautiful weekend. Not just time spent indoors forecasting, but I also got to get out to the beach like
Nice.
Bob
Which one did you go to?
Right here to the pier.
Okay.
Yeah, on the
Wait,
ocean.
you went to the beach, Bob?
Yeah.
This weekend?
Yeah. And you didn't invite
He got
us.
that new beach chair, and he's like, I'm going to get my money's worth.
I've had the beach chair, to be fair. It's just I've
okay.
never used it.
So you
And
went
I
to the beach,
realized,
and
I
you saw
realized that it's not
Spider-Man.
that hard to actually carry the beach chair.
Okay.
And
Give a
the-
You don't have to schlep as much stuff as you think you're having
Yeah.
to
I
schlep.
was like,
you don't
okay,
have
this
kids.
is not that bad.
Did you get in the water?
No.
That's too far. But you went to the beach and you saw Spider-Man. Who are you, a Gen
I did see
Zer?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
It was good.
Yeah. Bryce got to watch
There was
it
a
as
lot
well.
of, there was, I will say there's just a lot of hype.
Here you
over it.
go.
He says too much dialogue.
He's
like a
that's
little-
not all he said. He
A lot of talking.
he said,
We're going to say what Bob said. I don't know what Bob said, but I'll find out from Brooke during commercial break. Let's talk about some weather for you this week. If you have planned on being outdoors, just a reminder, we do have a heat alert goes into effect tomorrow, which could impact anyone that does have any of those outdoor activities. The heat is expected to have those temperatures ranging during the afternoons across some of the area from the 90s to the triple digits. Otherwise, let's focus on what's happening today because there is no heat alert in place quite yet. Now, or excuse me, it's not effective. We do have temperatures out in Torrance at 70 degrees, down in Huntington Beach, 71 degrees, and we have a few low 70s scattered across the Inland Empire. If you were in Santa Monica, 69 degrees. Here's a look at our highs for today. The beach going up to about 76 degrees. We will be ditching those morning clouds, making way for some sunshine out there. Inland, that's going to be the downtown LA area. Temperatures going for the upper 80s, which is above our normal. Normal for today is 84. So indicative of that heat headed our way. 90s for the valleys and the Inland Empire. And we won't be the only ones saying hello to some heat today. A lot of heat packing in across not just the high, but also the low deserts, touching those triple-digit temperatures and the mountains. We are ditching all of the wet weather that we saw over the last several days, that nuisance type shower activity, going for about 81 degrees today. Again, those heat alerts in effect for tomorrow as early as 10 a.m. and they will carry through the week. Of course, I'll be back with those details, but for now, back to you guys.
All right, Star, thank you. Back to some breaking news right now in South Los Angeles. Another AutoZone store was targeted this morning, reportedly after a street takeover.
Yep, here we go again.
Yeah.
We've got Coco live in South LA with the latest on this. Coco.
Good morning, and here we go again is absolutely correct, and that's because this has been happening. This is really a string of AutoZone burglaries. So this is the latest one now here in South LA. So we are at East Century Boulevard in South Central, and we are told that this AutoZone was broken into by a group of people reportedly after a street takeover. This one happened just after 5:30 this morning. LAPD is investigating it as a burglary. There's no word on how large the group was that broke into this AutoZone. We also don't know where the street takeover took place, but this isn't unusual, as we were just talking about. Several AutoZones have been targeted over the last couple of months. So take a look here at this wanted poster. Investigators are searching for the suspects behind two back-to-back break-ins at an AutoZone in East LA. Cameras captured a group ransacking the building, so you can see the wanted poster. Investigators say thieves also looted the same store less than 24 hours earlier. Both break-ins happened during street takeovers, so we don't know how much was taken from this AutoZone at this time. It's all under investigation. You can see that one LAPD officer is still out here on scene following this break-in, so we'll work to learn more information, but for now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Coco, thank you. So drivers heading through the Sepulveda Pass can expect major delays this week on the 405. Caltrans announced lane reductions on the southbound 405 between Ventura Boulevard and Mulholland now through August the 24th. While Caltrans scrapped plans to close the 101 to 405 connector, several ramps will remain closed for paving work.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass officially kicking off the general election, her campaign, opening her campaign office in Los Angeles.
Voted my entire life to fighting on behalf of Angelenos in the city where I was born, in the city where I was raised, where I have devoted my life, and I'm not finished. I don't believe in the word no, and I don't like the word slow. But I understand that people are frustrated. You want to hear frustrated? I'm frustrated too. But I'll tell you what frustration does to me. Frustration makes me fight even harder.
Okay, so here we go. Headed toward November, Mayor Bass won the primary in June and will face off with Nithya Raman in the November general election.
The countdown to the 2028 Paralympic Games in Los Angeles is officially underway.
To announce that 2 years out from now, we are welcoming Los Angeles' first ever Paralympic Games. August 15th marks the 2-year out point for LA 2028's Paralympic opening ceremony. So it's an incredibly exciting time for athletes and spectators looking to attend that event.
Three-time Paralympic gold medalist Steve Cirio says he's most excited about the wheelchair basketball Paralympic Games that will be held at Crypto. Organizers hope the event will elevate Paralympic competition while creating lasting accessibility improvements across Southern California.
All right, 8:36 this morning. Amanda's off today, but we've got you covered with entertainment headlines sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. The X-Men are officially assembling, and this time it's inside the MCU. This weekend at D23, Disney's big event announcing all the different projects and movies, Marvel revealed its new mutant lineup.
Should we meet some more of the cast?
Please welcome Cyclops, Kid Connor. As Professor Charles Xavier, Christopher Abbott, playing Emma Frost, Samara Weaving. As Rogue, Indy Neveretti. As Storm, Maya Boyd. There was also someone else who wanted to be here.
Adam Driver, yeah. I was just saying, yeah, the X-Men don't assemble.
Yes, you were just saying that.
That's the Avengers.
That's right. That's right. But I would have no knowledge of that since I haven't.
They say Avengers assemble. X-Men are just.
Anyway, yeah, that was Adam Driver being announced as the iconic villain, Mr. Sinister. This will be the X-Men's first movie since Marvel brought the characters into the MCU and their first full team-up on the big screen in nearly a decade. Some familiar mutants have popped up in recent Marvel movies, but this marks a fresh start for the franchise, set to hit theaters May 2028.
Yeah, they got to get some. They're getting like the fresh new blood.
Yeah.
Right. Younger characters. I mean, you know, these have been going on.
Sadie Sink. Yeah.
Kid Connor, right, from Heartstopper. He's going to be Cyclops. D23 gave fans plenty to talk about this weekend, including a first look at one very good girl making a very big jump.
Good one, Bingo. Thanks, Louie. Don't let it touch the ground. Oh, no.
Okay.
I have thoughts on this.
I don't know if these are good thoughts. The first trailer for the Bluey movie debuted in Anaheim, taking the hit series to the big screen for the first time. The story follows one action-packed day when a big surprise changes everything for Bluey and her family, and this one hits theaters on August the 6th.
Okay, 2027, yes.
2027.
Okay, so people who love Bluey, which we're a Bluey family.
Right.
I've seen some of the comments online about this new 3D Bluey.
Oh.
The characters, I gotta say, they look really different. Part of the magic of Bluey was that simple animation, the 2D animation, and the parents and the fans are not happy. Overwhelmingly not happy with the 3D animation. They're like, does everything have to be 3D? They're actually hoping that this turns into a Sonic the Hedgehog kind of uprising, where they didn't like what the character looked like, and so there was this big.
But when you see like the Bluey pop-ups, like the one they had at camp here at Century City, and like it is kind of in person, it's still that one's.
But the animation is what that's the anchor of the whole everything. Bluey is that animation, and it's so simple, and that's what kids appreciate. about it.
Interesting.
And the storyline, of course. If you're a fan, you know, makes you cry for sure.
Yeah.
Our poll question of the morning, which is SoCal themed. What theme park reigns supreme here in SoCal? Is it Disneyland, Universal Studios, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags? Most people are saying yes. The good old standby, Disneyland.
Yeah. I mean,
And California
Disneyland just
Adventure.
has so much, and then
There's so much
the
going
core
on.
memories that everyone has over Disney.
Absolutely. Roger from Grand Terrace says, at my age, when my back is sore, a fast roller coaster ride fixes the issue like a good chiropractor. I'm gonna have to take your advice, Roger.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it sounds like I feel like that would hurt my neck. Right?
Or realign you.
Well, it's going to hurt a different part of the body. Chris from Santa Ana. Good morning, Chris. Though I love Universal, I'll always be a Disney guy through and through.
That's what I'm talking about. Also, Christine from Lake Forest, Disney for sure. Bobby, Pirates of the Caribbean is pronounced the way Jen and Star say it.
Listen, Christine, I got comments from
you.
other people DMing me saying it was fine the way I pronounced it.
My gosh, why do I keep saying pilots?
Pilots of the
That's a different series. That's the new series.
Oh, that's
we
a
go
new
from
one.
pirates to pilots.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it all together. Pilots of the Caribbean. Yeah, let's see how that pans out.
See how it goes.
But yes, we got it right. Let's go ahead and get to some traffic. Your traffic is sponsored by the law offices of Jacob Armani and calljacob.com. A few incidents to report on for you this morning. One of those is going to be causing some big issues. Dialing in on those right now, you're going to see it right here. This is going to be a stall. So CHP is holding all lanes on the 405 northbound freeway at Century Boulevard. And outside of that, we also have an accident. This accident is going to be impacting the carpool, but also the left lanes on the 5 northbound freeway at the 605. And those delays are all the way back to Carmenita Road, exit 119. And that congestion is stop traffic. Expect delays up to 1 hour. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
anywhere.
Your Good Daily Weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. We're starting your Monday morning off with a live look here out at the Santa Monica Pier. Now, we did start off our morning with that marine layer, but that will be dissipating by the time we push into a little bit later today, making way for beautiful conditions, not just along the coast, but also into our interior sections, as we are watching a high pressure system due to expand across the area, bringing us a lot of heat this week. As far as our temperatures go in this hour, we are in the 60s and 70s across some of the region. And of course, those low deserts starting your Monday morning off with a little bit of heat. Our winds behaving this morning, moving primarily up to 5 miles per hour across some of the region. And here's a look at those high temperatures for today. The city, we're going for temps above our normal. That's going to put us in the upper 80s. We do have areas that will surpass the 80s. For instance, the valleys, but also the Inland Empire. Temperatures expected to see the upper 90s. If you are in our high or low deserts, you can expect to have those temperatures in the triple digits. A lot more of us will experience that heat to peak as early as tomorrow, stretching through Thursday. We also have a heat advisory in place effective tomorrow morning and will also stretch through Thursday evening. Across all of our orange highlighted area here, we could potentially see those temperatures ranging anywhere from the 90s up through the triple digits. So we do have another day to prepare for this. Otherwise, we do have that heat that will stick around through most of the week. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Star. Dine LA Restaurant Week is back, showcasing the flavors and diversity of LA's dining scene.
Joining us now is Brian Benben, General Manager of Danae's Diner in downtown LA. Thank you for being here. This is exciting.
Of course, thank you for having us this morning.
Oh, it's all bustling there already this morning. It's become quite the spot there in downtown at the Delphi Hotel, right? Show us some of what you got going on for Dine LA.
Of course. So Chef Jesus has prepared a plethora of dishes for us. So we'll start here with our breakfast dishes. The Black Dahlia, a top crowd favorite here at Danae's Diner, followed by Hello LA, which is your poached egg over a nice quinoa bed. And for Dine LA, we're featuring our lunch specials. So we have a fantastic turkey club here up front on a pretzel bun, delicious Caesar salad, a Cobb salad, and our wonderful smash burger up front. And then, of course, you can't leave without trying some of our house fresh made daily, either pie or ice cream desserts.
Ooh, what pie would you recommend? Gosh, that's like that. Wow, look at those.
Mima.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mima's cheese pie up front, the blueberry cheesecake. It's fantastic.
Brian, you are moving through these dishes so quickly. We have barely had a chance to look at them. Tell us more about Danae's Diner. We see some of those sundaes there. Obviously, it has this kind of classic feel, those classic diner menu items, but at the same time, it's looks pretty modern as well.
Exactly. So our focus is sort of the classic American diner with a modern twist on it. So all of these wonderful dishes are also available with a little side of our mimosas or micheladas, and we're excited to have everybody here at Danae's Diner inside the Delphi Hotel.
Ooh, so for somebody coming to Danae's for the first time, what is the one thing that they absolutely must try?
Personally, I would say that is the Black Dahlia up front.
Yeah.
This is one of our top breakfast dishes. It is a delicious cinnamon swirl brioche toast that we make in-house, and a modern twist on your French toast.
I was reading your website. You also have the Miami Vice, and this is not showcased here. Do you still have that? Tell us what that's all about. That's not one of the favorites?
And then the Miami Vice that we have. Yeah. Chef. Not currently offered on this.
Oh, but you do have the mimosas, right? You have the mimosas.
We do, yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm thinking about, diners in general have been, it's tough to have a diner, and then let alone in downtown LA. How do you guys do it differently, and how have you been able to have the success that you've had?
For sure. So We have some great programming. When we first opened, we started with a hip-hop brunch to bring people in. We've had a live jazz night in our lobby adjacent to the Danae's Diner. So any of the programming offered to bring people into the diner to experience again. We've been here for several years, since 2023 as Danae's Diner, but the history in the building goes back to 1950s when it started as a Superior Oil Company headquarters.
Oh.
So really bringing people in to lean into the historic aspects of our offerings, keeping it traditional, classic American diner, but with that modern LA twist on it.
One of the great things about Dine LA is it gives people an opportunity to try out different things, right? Different places, something they may not ever had tried before. So tell us really quickly again, because people are looking for the deal, right? To be able to like sample a little bit of everything.
For sure.
So for Danae's Diner, how much is this, and what would they get in a typical Dine LA meal?
So our specific Dine LA menu is a 3-course menu, so it offers a salad, a main, and then also your dessert. Coffee, tea, or juice is also included, and this is available for $25.
That's a deal.
That's great.
And that's every day from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Whoa, that is a deal.
Look at those sundaes. Do you call them Reese's Pieces or Reese's Pieces?
I would say Reese's Pieces.
Okay. There's only one way.
So that settles, yeah.
That settles that debate. Thank you so much. Go check out Danae's.
Of course, thank you for having us.
You. Pretty good deal, $25.
All that for $25.
Yeah.
Check it out. Okay, 8:51, going back to school. Of course, we know this can be stressful, not just for the students, but also for the parents.
For many, that means more than just backpacks and school supplies. Anita Vogel has more on how parents can ease those kids into the new school year.
The start of another school year can be a daunting time for students. It's also a peak time for stress and anxiety. New schools, classes, and friend groups can all rattle nerves and shake confidence.
It's normal to feel the jitters. It's normal to feel nervous or anxious.
The simplest thing you can do starts with sleep. Kids during the summer, and teens especially, like to stay up late and sleep in late. And the average start time for K through 12 schools is around 8 a.m.
Going back to that sleep schedule, you may want to start practicing that morning routine.
It may take a couple of weeks to shake off the rust and get back into the swing of things, but more help could be needed if it remains a struggle.
At about week 3, if they're still having the icks, not wanting to go to school, not wanting to engage,
they can't socialize, they're withdrawn, they're frozen, they can't focus.
If warning signs don't let up, a school counselor may be the first call.
They are experienced with children that feel nervous about going to schools.
Kids are growing up in a more online environment than ever before, and sometimes sources of stress can be happening behind the scenes.
Bullying happens more on phones, through social media, through text messages, than most parents even recognize.
And there doesn't need to be something wrong to start a conversation. It's important to talk to your kids about what they're going through, even when things are going well.
So that they have that chance to unwind, talk about their day, but not just focus on the bad things, but also what happened well in the day. Reinforcing that they are having positive experiences.
A little prep and a lot of checking in. Experts say that's what gets kids through the first few weeks and helps set up a successful semester. Anita Vogel, Fox News.
And kids all across SoCal are heading back to class over these last few weeks. We want to see their first day smiles. You can scan that QR code that you see right there on your screen. Send us your student, and you might see their pictures right here on Good Day LA. Oh, I love it. Okay, social media is completely transforming the way Americans cook and eat. According to a new survey by Talker Research, nearly half of Americans now use platforms like TikTok and Instagram to decide what to make for dinner and how to cook it. 70% say viral food videos have inspired them to try brands and recipes they never would have otherwise. 18% admit they'd rather take cooking advice from an online influencer than their own mamas. Are you kidding me?
Well, I see videos all the time on my algorithm, and I save them to be used.
I save them on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you can have. There's like a whole folder that you can make.
Okay.
And now, when Ethan's like, he has a question, he says, Why don't we ask ChatGPT?
Oh my God. That's where we've come.
I know. How sad,
what was the
right?
latest thing that you made
Oh, I made a stuffed shell recipe that's going to blow your wig back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you got
Pretty
that from
I got
social
that
media?
actually from a website.
Oh, see.
Yeah. But I tweak.
I just made over the weekend a Cosmo. that I got on social media.
Stop.
2 shots of vodka, a shot of Saint Germain, which I've never had Saint Germain. It's elderberry.
Yeah, it is.
And then you add a little bit of pomegranate juice, and you shake it for like a minute. It gets really cold and like turbulent, and then you put it in the thing. And
just go to break. Just go to break.
It's delicious.
Fine, just go to break.
Good morning. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back.
Oh, thanks.
So good to have you back. We missed you.
It flew. I missed you too, I guess.
Not really.
No, I'm just kidding.
Not when you're on vacation.
I did. Nice to be back. Happy Monday, everybody. And hi, Star. Haven't even seen you in person.
Hello. I'm like looking over there. Hey, girl. Hey. Happy Monday. Yeah, so happy to be starting this work week with you all bright and early. Temperatures today currently at 77 degrees in Woodland Hills. Down in Huntington Beach, temperatures at 72. A lot more of those upper 70s out to the east of LA. If you are in our low deserts, already getting a head start. Temperatures at 95 degrees. Now, our highs today are expected to be below advisory level, but still temperatures going to be above normal. Where does that land Hernandez. If you are along the coast in the Santa Monica area, we can expect that your temperatures will be in the upper 70s. A little further south into Long Beach, we're going for the 80s. Our triple digits will line the deserts, both high as well as low. And if you are across not just the Inland Empire, but also the valleys, temperatures for you are expected to be in the 90s. And then our lows tonight, we will get a buildup of some more of that cloud cover. But even with that, temperatures going really close to their normal, upper 60s, a few low 70s scattered across the area as well. Now, as tomorrow arrives, we have a heat advisory that does go into alert as early as 10 a.m. and will carry through Thursday. And with that, a lot more heat on the way. I'll go back over these numbers when I get back in just a little, but for now, back to you, ladies.
Sarah, thank you. We do begin with breaking news in South LA. Another AutoZone store was targeted this morning, reportedly after a street takeover.
Let's get to Coco McAvoy right now, live in South LA with the very latest. Coco, good morning.
Good morning. And the parking lot here at this AutoZone in South LA is still closed. You can see the caution tape blocking any way in or out of this AutoZone right now. One LAPD officer is still out here on scene while they continue their investigation. We're on East Century Boulevard in South Central, and this all happened reportedly after a street takeover. We're told a group broke into the store. This happened just after 5:30 this morning. LAPD is investigating it as a burglary. No word on how large the group was that broke into this AutoZone. We also don't know where the street takeover took place, but this is not unusual. Several AutoZones have been targeted over the last couple of months. Investigators are searching for the suspects here. Take a look at this wanted poster. They believe these suspects are wanted behind two back-to-back break-ins at an AutoZone in East LA. Cameras captured the group ransacking the building. Investigators say thieves also looted the same store less than 24 hours earlier. Both break-ins happened during street takeovers in that case. Back to this case, though, we don't know how much was taken from this AutoZone. It's still all under investigation, and I can tell you the officer out here on scene did tell us that there's not going to be a public information officer or supervisor out here on the scene that can give us more information about what happened. So all we know at this time is that a burglary did take place here at this AutoZone, and it is under investigation. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Coco, thank you.
Nick Reiner expected in court this morning in a fight over his trust fund.
He is awaiting trial for killing his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, last year. And Gigi Gracieta standing by with the very latest. Gigi.
And court is actually set to start any minute now. We understand that Nick Reiner's attorneys are already in court, including his former high-profile attorney, Alan Jackson. If you've been following the case, you may remember him. But take a look, because today is not so much about the murders that he stands accused of, the murder of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, but a trust fund. Reiner's attorneys filed a 136-page petition arguing that he should have already been receiving distributions from a trust that his parents set up for him back in 1993. He should have received half, according to the attorneys, when he turned 30 years old. He's currently 32 and apparently has not received that money. They say those payments are mandatory and unconditional, and that the instructions left by his parents were very clear. Now, again, this morning's hearing isn't going to talk about what happened or what didn't happen that fateful morning in December when Rob and Michelle Reiner were killed. That's not at issue. What is at issue is the trust dispute. Reiner, though, has pleaded not guilty to murdering his parents in their Brentwood home last December. At issue is a specific probate law. It's often referred to as California's Slayer statute. It dictates that any person who intentionally kills someone cannot inherit any money, property, or benefits from that victim. The law treats the killer as if they died before the victim did to stop wrongdoers from profiting. It prevents someone who kills a parent or benefactor from inheriting their assets. Now, Reiner's attorneys say that being denied access to his trust fund money is why he could no longer afford his former attorney. We're talking again about that well-known criminal defense attorney Alan Jackson, who again is in court. He represented him for about 5 minutes and then abruptly left the case. He never specifically said why publicly, but it was suspected back then and has now been confirmed because Reiner does not have access to the trust fund money and was unable to pay him. So certainly a very high-stakes court hearing for Nick Reiner to see if he gets his trust fund money from his parents that will help pay for his defense on accusations that he murdered his parents. Our Christina Gonzalez is inside the courtroom. I'll be in there shortly. And of course, we'll bring you the latest right here on Good Day LA and Fox 11. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, we'll stay on top of that. Thank you so much. On to this now. The entertainment world is mourning the death of actress Hayden Panettiere. She was just 36 years old.
Brooke is here with the latest. It was really heartbreaking when this came out last night.
Incredibly heartbreaking. I think there were so many of us, right, especially around this age group, that saw that and we were like, what? Yeah,
so young.
It's shocking. Yeah, tributes
so talented.
So talented, so young. She's a young mom, you know, in her 30s. It's so sad. Tributes are pouring in this morning for actress Hayden Panettiere, with friends and former co-stars remembering her life and career. Earlier this morning on Good Day LA, TMZ actually shared exclusive details surrounding what they know about her final moments that could point to a possible cause of death.
So we found out that this went down in Greenville, South Carolina, yesterday afternoon. Around 1:50 is when paramedics responded to a call for a woman in cardiac arrest, and they arrived at this condo where we're told Brian, her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, had been staying, as well as Hayden had been staying there, and that when paramedics arrived, they did indeed confirm that she was in cardiac arrest. We know that from 911 dispatch audio that the paramedics performed CPR, and they used the words overdose as so looking at this as a possible overdose.
Most known, I should say, for her star-making roles in TV shows Heroes and Nashville. Her father confirmed her death in a statement to ABC News, calling her an incredible light. Official sources have not released a cause of death. TMZ is also reporting medical crews responded to a call for an unresponsive woman in cardiac arrest at a home in South Carolina yesterday. Now, that report says first responders tried to revive her, but she died at the scene. Panettiere's career spanned nearly her entire life, from child commercials to big screen hits like Remember the Titans and Scream 4. Viola Davis starred with Hayden in the 2026 drama Custody. She remembered her talent, but also the person behind it, describing her as an old, wise soul and a deep heart. One Tree Hill star Bethany Joy Lenz knew Hayden since they were young, sharing memories spanning years. She wrote, "She's crushed and struggling to understand how this can be real." Melissa Barrera shared the screen with Hayden in Scream 6, posting a broken heart and a message wishing her peace. David Arquette worked with her years earlier in Scream 4. He kept his message short, sharing, "I love you, Hayden." And Rosie O'Donnell joined the outpouring of love online, posting her photo and saying she was heartbroken by the news. Hayden appeared on her show when she was only 11 years old during her Remember the Titans press tour. Again, going back to what we know as far as an official cause of death, at this time, the Greenville County coroner will perform an autopsy today to determine the cause and manner of death. And of course, we'll bring you the latest information as soon as we have it.
And she was just coming off publishing her memoir, right? And her most recent post on Instagram showed she was kind of like a bright light, that it just seemed like she was in a good place.
Looking forward to the future with her young daughter, and it's heartbreaking.
My heart is really broken for her young daughter. 11 years old, and the picture you showed with her with Rosie O'Donnell, she was 11 years old, so that really just kind of hits, right? So yes, everyone of course wants to know the details, because it's shocking to hear something like this where someone so young, their life ends tragically like this, but that'll take some time right now. Everyone's just reacting.
And just, again, just thinking about her little girl. That's, you know, most important in all of this. But you think about her family, you know, her brother also died at a really young age. I believe in his 30s, back when Hayden herself was in her 20s, I believe of heart failure. So I'm thinking of her parents and what they've gone through, you know, losing 2 children. At a young age.
I was reading about how his death, she never really fully overcame that.
You can imagine.
Of course. Not shocking at all. But all right, well, Brooke, thank you. Appreciate that.
Let's send things over to Star now with a look at our traffic this Monday.
Yes. An early start this morning. Your daily traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group, bringing you into 2 zones that we want to cover this morning. We did have CHP holding all lanes on the 405 North Century Boulevard. That has been lifted. We did have a stalled vehicle, so traffic moving back good in that direction. Otherwise, an accident. This is going to be impacting the carpool as well as the left lanes on that 5 northbound freeway, where it connects at the 605 freeway. Those backups are all the way to Carmenita. So if you can, find an alternative route. Otherwise, we will be seeing those delays up to an additional 15 to 20 minutes. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
Good morning and happy Monday. We are starting this work week off with a dose of high pressure. That system building westward, which means by the time we arrive at tomorrow, we will have a few heat advisories that will go into alert. Those alerts will be active from tomorrow morning and will stretch through at least Thursday evening. That is also when we expect our heat to peak across the area. For some of us as early as tomorrow, for others of us, Wednesday into Thursday Thursday. That heat advisory indicating temperatures across those areas could range from the 90s to the triple digits. And if you're someone who does not enjoy the heat, well, news is we are not expecting to see a cool down until we arrive at the weekend. Here's a look at our synoptic map showing you just where that high pressure system is building from. Still sitting primarily out to the east of us, that system building up to the north and also westward. And so with that, by the middle of this week through, again, the end of the week, that system pretty much dominating our weather pattern. Won't be until we arrive at the late parts of the week, so mostly into the weekend, that system will be making its exit, and that's when we will see those temperatures beginning to drop. Even with the drop of those temperatures, we are expecting that some of us will still experience temps above our normal. Across the Anaheim area, if you're heading to Disneyland, the park today, note that temperatures are expected to top off in the 80s. We'll be right back after this break.
Things are steaming up in here because we got a hot act to show you. From millions of streams across music platforms to hitting the KCON LA stage, Isna continues to set the tempo for fans around the world. Oh yeah, now they're here with us this morning. Welcome to Good Day LA. Thanks for joining us in studio. This is amazing. I know you just performed at KCON. So first, introduce everyone to you as a group and individually.
먼저 그룹 소개와 자기소개 부탁드릴게요.
둘, 셋. Hi, we're Isna.
So great. All right. So I know this wasn't your first time performing at KCON. How was it like this time around, though?
네, 이번이 두 번째 KCON LA 무대이신데요. 좀 다시 서본 소감이 어떠셨나요?
네, 이렇게 작년에 이어 올해도 KCON LA에서 무대를 할 수 있게 되어 정말 영광이었고요. 많은 아티스트 분들과 팬분들과 함께 할 수 있어서 너무 행복했던 무대였습니다.
So it's definitely an honor that we're able to perform again here after last year, and it's an amazing opportunity that we're here to perform along with other artists and fans.
And we're so happy that you're here to translate, so thank you. We appreciate that because audiences do want to hear from all of you. Can you go down the line and introduce yourselves individually too? We want to get your names.
멤버별 자기소개 한 명씩 부탁드릴게요.
네. Hi, I'm Coco from Isna. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Mai from Isna. Nice to meet you. Hello, I'm Sarang from Isna. Hi, I'm Jimmy from Isna. Hi, I'm Jung from Isna. Good morning. Hi, I'm Sebi from Isna. Thank you for calling us.
Yes, and I love the fact that you've been to LA before, obviously, on the KCON stage. What do you love about LA?
네, LA 이제 다시 오신 만큼 좀 LA에 대해서 좀 재미있었던 경험이나 또는 좋아했던 점이 있을까요?
저희가 다 디저트를 정말 좋아하는데요. 이번에 크럼블 쿠키를 처음 먹어봤는데 너무 맛있게 먹어서 멤버들이랑 또 좋은 추억을 만든 것 같습니다.
So we all love desserts, and we were actually able to try crumble cookies, and that was honestly a great memory for the group.
Oh, yeah, crumble cookies. Way to go. Okay, so what about this year's KCON? What was the most memorable part about it, and what was different this year than ever before?
네, 이번 주말에 이제 KCON에서 좀 가장 기억에 남는 순간이 있었을까요? 또 작년에 대비해서?
네, 저희가 작년 KCON LA에서도 무대를 써봤는데 이번이 더 약간 저희 이즈나 응원봉이 있는데 그게 좀 많았어서 그거를 찾았던 순간이 너무 기억에 남았었고 작년보다 저희 팬 이름이 나야인데 그 나야가 많이 계셔서 너무 감동이었던 기억이 남았습니다.
I love that answer. That was a long one. All right, tell me what she said.
So starting from last year, I think this year we definitely saw a lot more light sticks of our fandom and a lot louder fan chants, which was really exciting for us. And we were also able to see a lot of our fans, Naya, in the audience, so that was amazing.
And how about how you've grown as a group since last time we've seen you on the KCON stage? What would you say that your music is in terms of being different and how you've grown all together?
네, 이제 첫 KCON LA 때와 이제 올해를 좀 비교해봤을 때 무대하는 데 있어 좀 스스로 또는 그룹으로 좀 성장했던 부분이 있을까요?
네, 작년에 비해 저희가 조금 더 즐길 수 있는 그런 바이브가 생긴 것 같아서 너무 좋고요. 멤버들끼리 다 같이 신나게 놀면서 무대를 즐기고 행복해하는 모습이 이번 무대 때 더 많이 보였던 것 같습니다.
So comparing to last year, I think we're definitely more able to enjoy the stage, and honestly, I just see our members having fun on stage live, so that's just great.
And what would you say to people that have never seen you guys perform for the first time? What do you hope they get from your music and from your vibe?
네, 이제 여러분들을 이제 보지 못했던 처음 보는 분들에게는 이즈나의 좀 어떤 모습을 보여주고 싶으신가요?
저희 이즈나가 또 퍼포먼스하면 빼놓을 수 없는 그룹이라고 생각하는데요. 이제 라이브나 좀 칼군무를 있어서 되게 자신 있는 그룹이다 보니까 무대하는 모습을 많이 봐주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
I think ISNA is a very strong performance group, so definitely it would be great if people can pay attention to our live performances as well as our very sharp and coordinated choreographies.
I love it, and I was listening to the sound check. It is amazing, and a lot of people like Metronome and R.I.P., right? Heartbreak Killer. I love that. Is there a part that you're especially excited for people to see and watch you guys?
네, 시청자분들이 이제 특히 주목해서 봐주셨으면 하는 부분이 있을까요? 무대하는 데 있어?
네, 멤버들끼리 아이 컨택하면서 저희가 에너지를 많이 나누는 편인데요. 그런 부분들이 저희도 무대에서 훨씬 더 자연스럽게 잘 즐길 수 있고 많은 팬분들도 그런 에너지를 많이 받아가실 수 있는 것 같아서 그런 부분들을 집중해서 봐주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
I definitely say it's the eye contact that gives us a lot of energy within the group and obviously with the audience, and that really is our source of synergy. And I think that also allows us to just have fun on stage while performing.
Well, let's see that energy. You are set to perform. What a treat you guys have in store for you. Let's give it up for Isna. Let's see it. All right.
파도치는 blue sky 눈을 감고 deep dive 뒤집혀진 이 세상 Got my head in the clouds 저 아래는 too loud Let the noise just fade away Wanna let go Feel the tempo 날 찾아 일정한 rhythm 속에 불규칙한 in the chaos 선명하게 울리는 BPM Don't you ask for mercy. I, fingers on the trigger, heartbreak killer. I'm a ghost you killer, heartbreak tonight. 어둠에 대답해버려 미안 예전에 난 없어. I, fingers on the trigger, heartbreak killer. On the other side, 빌고에 원해봐. Sorry, not sorry. Fingers on the trigger, you heartbreak killer. I'm a ghost you killer, you heartbreak tonight. Fingers on the trigger, you heartbreak killer.
Woo! Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Isna. Thank you so much. Enjoy LA. We love having you here. And how do you say thank you, Korean? 안녕하세요? No. 감사합니다. All right. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
breaking news in the Nick Reiner case this morning.
Let's go to Gigi Graciette right now outside of the courthouse with more. Gigi.
I just stepped out from court, and I can tell you that court proceedings for this morning have now wrapped up. Everything postponed until October 23rd, with no decision made on whether or not Nick Reiner is entitled to receive his trust fund, a distribution that should have been made per the trust fund attorney back when Nick Reiner turned 30 years old. He is now 32 years old. Basically, the parties will have to go into mediation, and October 23rd stand in front of the judge and say if they were able to resolve this themselves. Now, at stake is a trust fund set up by Michelle and Rob Reiner for their son, Nick Reiner. The distribution set to be in two parts. One he should have received when he turned 30, another when he turns 35. He's currently 32 years old. Now, this is one of several trust funds. This one not too large, according to the attorneys. It is $1 million to $1.5 million, meaning he would get $500,000 to $750,000, and you could absolutely hear the frustration in Anita Wu's voice. She is defending Nick Reiner in this probate matter. She said the trust fund is not that big yet, to begin with, and already they've spent over $200,000 of Nick Reiner's money paying for previous legal fees, presumably those of Alan Jackson. He is also in court. You may remember Jackson, a very high-profile criminal defense attorney, was defending Nick Reiner for a fast 5 minutes and then abruptly quit the case. Never said why, but we now know it's because Reiner did not have access to his trust fund money. Now, we're going to have much more coming up on Good Day LA. We also had our Christina Gonzalez inside the court, and we are set to hear from the attorneys who should be addressing what happened in court. But as of right now, Nick Reiner does not get access to his trust fund. He is getting a distribution of about $300, we believe $300 a month, and that is for commissary items inside jail. We're talking about candy, chips, necessities, toothpaste, etc. So $300 a month is going to him, but that is it for now. Reporting live outside the court here in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Gigi Graciette. I'll send it back to you.
Certainly a big development there. All right, Gigi, thank you. On to this now. Defense contractor Raytheon wins a nearly $23 billion contract to dramatically ramp up the production of Tomahawk missiles. RTX, Raytheon was tapped by the Pentagon to rebuild the depleted stocks of the precision-guided Tomahawks. The Virginia-based defense firm says the contract calls for making more than 1,000 Tomahawks over 7 years. The company currently makes only 60 of the medium to long-range low-altitude missiles for Navy ships and submarines. Earlier this month, the military also signed deals to ramp up production of Patriot and THAAD interceptor missile parts.
Let's take a live look at the big board right now, where the Dow is down. As you can see, the Dow Jones Industrial Average trading lower at around 5,300. 591, down about 141 points during the morning trade of this morning. So right now, this is where it stands.
All right, a Mid-Wilshire couple is hoping video helps identify a driver they say turned a routine walk into a terrifying close call. See this orange hatchback at the stop sign? Watch as it turns towards a couple and their dog standing at the curb there. Yikes. Ben and Celine told Fox 11 they were walking home near Harold Henry Park Wednesday when a driver became upset after they waved him through a stop sign. Instead of driving away, they say the man accelerated over the curb and onto the grass where they were standing.
The scary thing was how fast it happened. I mean, it was going on and over in a matter of seconds.
How fearful were you guys for your lives that afternoon?
I mean, I couldn't sleep at all that night. I was just still processing, like, wow, like we could have been seriously hurt.
Were able to get out of the way, and neither they or the dog were hurt. They're hoping someone, though, does recognize this orange Mitsubishi Mirage, which was sporting Colorado license plates. The couple says they've turned the video over to the LAPD.
A reverse discrimination lawsuit against LA County Fire is headed to trial. A judge cleared the way for former Assistant Chief Frank Foreman to sue the county. Foreman claims he was passed over for promotions because Fire Chief Anthony Maroney favored women and minority candidates. The county has denied the discrimination and tried to get the case tossed out, but the trial is now set for March of 2027.
LA Mayor Karen Bass officially kicking off the general election, opening her campaign office in Los Angeles.
I have devoted my entire life to fighting on behalf of Angelenos in the city where I was born, in the city where I was raised, where I have devoted my life, and I'm not finished. I don't believe in the word no, and I don't like the word slow. I understand that people are frustrated. You want to hear frustrated? I'm frustrated too. But I'll tell you what frustration does to me. Frustration makes me fight even harder.
Mayor Bass won the primary in June and will face off against Nithya Raman in the November general election.
The countdown to the 2028 Paralympic Games in Los Angeles officially underway. This weekend marked 2 years until the start of the Games. The three-time Paralympic gold medalist for Team USA's wheelchair basketball makes an important announcement about the Paralympics.
We are here to announce that 2 years out from now, we are welcoming Los Angeles' first ever Paralympic Games. August 15th marks the 2-year out point for LA 2028's Paralympic opening ceremony. So it's an incredibly exciting time for athletes and spectators looking to attend that event.
Three-time Paralympic gold medalist Steve Serio says that he's most excited about the wheelchair basketball Paralympic Games that will be held at Crypto Arena. Organizers hope the event will elevate Paralympic competition while creating lasting accessibility improvements across Southern California.
The road to the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics actually starts in Greece, and one historic stadium is getting cleaned up for the journey. Athens' U-shaped stadium, which is made entirely of white marble, is undergoing its first top-to-bottom cleaning in more than a century. The site is the ceremonial departure point for the Olympic flame, including for Los Angeles 2028. The stadium is made of the same glittering marble used at the Acropolis, making the cleanup job delicate. The work is revealing a monument change by time, weather, and of course millions of visitors.
The goal of cleaning is not to make everything white, it's to remove the dirt and the first layers of organic material that is depositing on the surface. The idea is to clean all the material that is accessing dirt from the surface, so we have a better understanding of the monument.
The stadium is also getting a new track and upgraded lighting.
Oh my gosh, a whole century to do a deep clean.
We should deep clean more often.
Okay, this is how you know how lame I am, that power wash looked really exciting to me. Like, I actually would find that food to be super therapeutic.
Right.
Satisfying.
Me right there with you. Like, I found myself on social media just watching those videos where they're cleaning the sidewalks, or the kids are going around cleaning the trash cans. We got something in common, Roxy.
All right.
Strangely.
Or that show Hoarders, I was obsessed. And as you watch it, then you start cleaning your own house, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's not bad.
Right. Well, that show would have my mouth to the floor. I'm like, rats and
I know.
No, there's judging.
Okay, I'm like, listen and don't judge. Or what do we do? I'm just going to talk about weather. How about that?
Play it safe.
Yes. Our temperatures right now at 9:39 on your Monday morning. We're at 80 degrees up in Porter Ranch. LAX 71 degrees. Malibu at 79. Good morning over in Chino, 77, and San Bernardino. Also getting those temperatures in the 70s for you at this hour. Now, as we make our way into this afternoon, we will see those temperatures make a nice jump. Most of us going to see those temperatures above their normal. It's not until we get to tomorrow that we see those heat advisories go into effect. However, the coast today, the coolest location across some of our region here, 76 degrees. We are getting rid of this morning cloud cover, rolling into some sunshine. Plenty of sunshine into our interior sections with temperatures shooting for the upper 80s. Typically, our LA downtown high 84 degrees. So we're up about 4 degrees above that. And if you're in the valleys or the Inland Empire, your temperatures getting a little bit of heat there. Temperatures going for the upper 90s. Now, our mountains mountains also expected to get a dose of some warmth today. We're going to shoot for 81 this afternoon. If you are in our high deserts and our low deserts, I hope you have plans on being in some air conditioning, not just today, but through the bulk of this week. Your highs today going for the triple digits. Here's a look at where we are usually at. 84 degrees for the LA area. Today we just showed you 88 is the high we're going for, but that is potentially the last day that we'll see the 80s this work week. In fact, with our high in place, that high pressure system building in, we're expecting to see those temperatures jump to the lower 90s. Now, as this weekend approaches, that high pressure system backing off, and that's when we'll see those temperatures glide back down into the 80s. However, this weekend, still above our normal. Either way you put it, I really do hope that everyone does play it safe out there, especially with those heat advisories going into effect as early as tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Star. The Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to allow the White House to continue construction on the new ballroom. Madeline Rivera has more.
The administration says the ballroom construction is a matter of security. In their court filing, they reject an appeals court ruling that they had overstepped their authority by building the project. The president's ballroom has been mired in litigation since the work began in October. Construction has moved quickly. The administration says more than 200 crew members are working almost around the clock to get the estimated $400 million endeavor done ahead of schedule. But earlier this month, a federal appeals court issued a split decision saying the president did not have the power to undertake a project of this magnitude at the White House without first getting permission from Congress. Attorney General Todd Blanche disagrees with that finding.
We don't believe we have to go to Congress. We believe Congress has already given us the authority to do what we're doing. Many presidents have done a tremendous amount of work to the White House, as they should, and Congress has authorized them to do so.
The appeals court did allow work underground to continue for security purposes. The administration, though, argues that at 65% completion, the project is too intertwined and that adding any changes at this point would derail the integrity of the structure. They say halting the project will stall this vital construction, making this president the subject of recurrent assassination attempts, much less safe, and risking future presidents' safety. Notably, one of the dangers they mention is the threat of a missile attack against Air Force One on July 8th. That was the day the president took on that extraordinary measure, leaving Turkey on a decoy flight, as advised by the Secret Service. The plaintiffs, the National Trust for Historic Preservation, says the administration has not only refused to listen, but is now actively attempting to outrun the courts by accelerating construction of the ballroom. Chief Justice John Roberts has given the National Trust until Tuesday to respond to the government. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
All right, today starts Dine LA Week. It's a chance to discover some delicious restaurants, all at a bargain price.
That's the best kind, right? This hour, we are taking you to Ristorante per l'Ora for a little modern Italian cuisine. And we're going to talk to the executive chef, Joey Roacho. Did I get that name right? I hope I didn't mess up the name of the restaurant.
Yes, you did. You did. You got it good.
I'm sure you say it beautifully.
Yeah. No, you said it perfectly.
Okay, good. How's it going? Tell us a little bit about what's in store. Everything so far looks delicious, and the ambiance too, of course, catches our eye as well.
Well, yeah, hi. For Dine LA, this is a little, we're on our summer menu, actually. So we're partnering up with Munich Farms. They're up in Paso Robles. They are our source of our tomatoes. So, for example, right here we have our primo option. We have our caprese salad with a little bit of imported burrata, olive oil, some celebrity tomatoes, and also some Sungold tomatoes. Also right here we have our bruschetta with whipped ricotta, a little bit of tomato jam, some Sungolds and petit basil. We also have right here our fried artichokes with some Calabrian chili aioli, charred lemon. Right here we have our endive salad with Sungold, stone fruit, Parmesan cheese, olive oil, some black pepper. And right here we have our crowd favorite, our orecchiette pasta with birria. So it's a little flair on Mexican and Italian. A little bit of onion foam, cotija cheese, micro cilantro. And also all our pastas are made in-house fresh daily. And right here we finish off with our desserts, our cannoli with citrus whipped ricotta, a little bit of pistachio powdered sugar, and our house-made tiramisu with cocoa powder. And also we're offering for an extra $40 right here a little drink pairing, either wine or a cocktail pairing. For example, right here we have our tomato water martini topped off with basil oil.
Wait, tomato water martini?
Very herbal,
Yes.
huh?
Wow.
Yes, that's what we made that in-house, also with the tomatoes from Munich Farms.
Nice. Everything looks so delicious, but we're also so impressed by what's going on behind you because the atmosphere, the vibe of your restaurant looks spectacular. Tell us a little bit about the ambiance and what people could expect as they dine in there.
Well, right here, you know, this used to be the Bank of Italy back in the 40s, I believe. And our ambiance, it's very cozy, very comfortable, good food. You know, we have one of the best farmers that source our tomatoes. We also usually go to the farmers market every Wednesday and every Saturday to source our product. And yeah, you know, come by, try our food, and let us know what you guys think.
Very good. And you're offering 2 hours of complimentary parking as well in LA. That's a big deal.
Yes, that's correct. That's very convenient here, especially here in downtown LA. So yeah, we are. It's a complimentary 2-hour parking for all our guests to join us.
That's how I decide whether or not I go somewhere. It's the parking situation.
It's a big draw, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joey. Appreciate
tell me about it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Hope to see you soon.
Okay, looks delicious. We'll be there, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. New research finds men who drink more coffee show higher levels of testosterone than men who drink little or no coffee. The study out of Finland reveals heavy coffee drinkers, that's people who drink 5 or more cups a day, appeared to have more testosterone, but researchers are not yet sure why or if that's a good thing. The study also shows caffeine or coffee affects both men and women in other ways too. They have lower blood levels of certain amino acids tied to insulin resistance and diabetes risk. They also show less body and organ fat and more muscle than lighter drinkers.
5 cups a day is a lot.
I know.
Let me ask you this. How do those people sleep?
Right, exactly.
Like, how much
They're
rest are they
wired.
getting, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. So GLP-1s may be able to treat a hormonal disorder in women.
Fox News correspondent Marianne Rafferty has more from what health experts are saying about recent studies.
GLP-1s are showing promise in the fight against a common hormonal disorder in women called PMOS. It stands for polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome. PMOS can cause weight gain, abnormal periods, and unwanted facial hair. Health experts saying 2 hormones are the key drivers of the condition: insulin and testosterone.
And in many women, it is because there is a high level of insulin that confuses the ovary to make too much testosterone.
Dr. Melanie Cree has done 3 studies on the use of GLP-1s to treat PMOS. She says results are showing promise for women with the condition in more ways than one, citing improvements in insulin resistance, hormone balance, and ovulation.
What we're seeing is women who had no periods on their own by the end of the trial are having monthly periods.
Charlotte is an 18-year-old college student from Colorado who has PMOS. She participated in one of Cree's clinical trials where she gave herself GLP-1 shots every week for 10 months. Abnormal hair growth slowed, her periods became regular, and her constant weight gain stopped.
I hope that they allow people to have access to these medications to help women with PMOS.
Early data from that study shows 8 of the 11 participants who completed the trial lost at least 10% of their body weight. And while some researchers have been encouraged by recent small studies, some say the evidence is uncertain. In Los Angeles, I'm Marianne Rafferty, Fox News.
We are taking a look at some current temperatures right now. We're at 73 degrees down in Long Beach. A little bit more heat already racing. The Woodland Hills, 82 degrees. Very similar out towards San Bernardino, where they also have temperatures in the lower 80s. If you are up in the Antelope Valley, temps for you also in the low 80s as well. Our winds moving locally at about 3 to 5 miles per hour across the area. As we push into this afternoon, sunshine will prevail, and with that, we are expecting that our temperatures will go ahead and slightly jump, especially for those of us into some of our interior sections. Along the coast, areas like Santa Monica towards Huntington Beach, expected to see the upper 70s, but we will have some of the coast that does touch those temperatures in the mid 80s, as well as the San Fernando Valley, as well as the Santa Clarita Valley, San Gabriel Valley. You're expected to see your temperatures today in the upper 90s. Now, we do have a little bit more heat headed this way. That's why we have this heat advisory in place. It goes into effect tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and will carry through Thursday evening. You'll see right here in our box until the 8 p.m. hour. It's going to include all of our highlighted orange area here, indicating that we could potentially see those temperatures range from the 90s to the triple digits. As far as this month went, we did pretty impressive. We've had multiple heat alerts put out for this summer season, but again, this month alone, we started off with a very strong week. Temperatures above their normal. That's what all of those red boxes are indicating. And then last week, we also got a strong start. We did end the work week with a few blue boxes there. That would indicate that our temperatures did go below their normal. This weekend, yesterday, for instance, the heat returned. Temperatures hit 86 degrees for the downtown LA area. And we are expected for most of this week, the work week at least, to have a few red boxes in place, which will indicate that our temperatures are coming once again above their normal. That's the case for today as well. Normal looks like 84 degrees. We're going for a high of 88, not quite at that record temperature of 104 degrees. Not for the downtown LA area, at least. We will have some of the area that does touch triple digits. It's expected to be across our desert communities. Again, look at those temperatures one more time. 86 for Long Beach, 92 across Burbank, 101 in San Bernardino, and if you're in Pasadena, we're also expecting to see your temperatures in the lower 90s. Back to you.
All right, Star, thank you.
Robert Downey Jr. is suiting up as Iron Man again, this time at Disneyland. Downey will reprise the role of a new Avengers attraction, which is coming to Disney California Adventure in 2028. The experience will also feature other Avenger stars.
And all this theme park talk leads us to our poll question of the day, sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. So, which SoCal theme park reigns supreme? Disneyland Resort, Universal Studios, Six Flags Magic Mountain, or Knott's Berry Farm? So far, 51% saying Disneyland. Go to foxla.com/vote. Let us know. And after you vote, leave us a comment. Tell us why you voted the way you did. You might see it later in the show. All right, stay with us. There's much more ahead on Good Day LA.
morning, everybody. Welcome to your Monday. It is 10 a.m. I'm Roxy Carabadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us.
We do begin with some breaking news right now. Attorneys for Nick Reiner in court this morning, but the hearing did not last very long.
Reiner charged with killing his Hollywood elite parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, last year. For details on this, let's go straight out to Gigi Graciette, who's been there all morning long. Good morning, Gigi.
And that's right. Good morning, everyone from downtown Los Angeles. This court hearing was all about a trust fund and probate. It really didn't focus on what happened in December when Rob and Michelle Reiner were murdered, and obviously their son Nick Reiner stands accused of this. This was all about a trust fund that his parents set up for Reiner back in 1993, reportedly, a trust fund that should have been paid out in half when Reiner turned 30 years old, but it was not for some reason. The second half he should get when he turns 35. He's currently 32 years old. And Reiner wants this money from the trustee so that he can pay for his legal defense. Now, I don't know if we have some B-roll of Nick Reiner in his previous court appearances. He was not in court today. He did not have to be. His attorneys were, and the trustee was, and the public prosecutors were, a lot of attorneys facing the judge today. And you could really hear the frustration in attorney Anita Wu's voice as she addressed the judge, who ordered that all interested parties return to court on October 23rd without making a decision today whether or not to release the trust fund money to Reiner. Now, Anita Wu is representing Nick Reiner in this probate issue. She said that delay after delay has only resulted in more legal fees being paid out from the trust fund from her client's money, saying that almost $200,000 has already been spent in legal fees, in addition to an allowance of $300 for commissary items that can be used by Reiner while he's behind bars. Now, the trust fund is about $1 million to $1.5 million. So we're talking about $600,000 to $700,000 in play here. But the trustee apparently has opposed releasing all the money because California has very detailed laws when it comes to trust funds and probates, especially one commonly called the Slayer statute. That applies and dictates that any person who intentionally kills someone can't inherit any money, property, or benefits from the victim. The law actually treats the accused or convicted killer as if they had died before the victim died, basically annulling the trust fund. And that is the statute that was brought up before the judge today. Now, Alan Jackson, you may recognize this name. He's a high-profile criminal defense attorney. He represented Nick Reiner right after Reiner was arrested and charged with his parents' murder. Then he abruptly left the case, never said why. But according to court documents, it's because there's no money to pay him. He was here today. He reportedly is waiting in the wings, ready to step back in to defend Reiner against the murder charges if there's money to pay him. Now, he spoke today outside the court.
And the main thing that to take away from today's hearing and moving forward is that Nick Reiner is very much entitled to his own money, his own funds, and that's what this process is about. He has made a determination that he wants to be able to use his funds that are in his trust account to decide on his criminal counsel. And when he is allowed to do that, he will then be able to defend himself in the way that the Constitution indicates he should and can defend himself.
Again, the probate judge pushing everything back to October 23rd. That's when new petitions will be submitted and the case will be argued as to why Nick Reiner should have his trust fund or why he shouldn't get the money from the parents he's accused of killing. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you so much. Appreciate the update. Now let's get some developing news here that's happening in South Los Angeles. That is where another AutoZone store was targeted after a reported street takeover.
Coco McAvoy live in South LA with all the details there. Coco?
Another burglary at an AutoZone, this time in South LA, and you can see the parking lot is blocked off with caution tape while LAPD continues to investigate. So this one happening at East Century Boulevard in South Central. We're told that the AutoZone was broken into by a group reportedly after a street takeover. This happened just after 5:30 this morning. LAPD is investigating it as a burglary. No word on how large the group was that broke into this AutoZone. We also don't know where the street takeover takeover took place, but this is not unusual. Several auto zones have been targeted over the last couple of months. In fact, take a look here at this wanted poster. Investigators are searching for the suspects behind two back-to-back break-ins at an auto zone in East LA. Cameras captured a group ransacking the building. Investigators say thieves also looted the same store less than 24 hours earlier. Both break-ins happened during street takeovers in that case. For this auto zone, we don't know how much was taken from the auto zone. It is all still under investigation. We also don't know how much damage was really put into this auto zone following this burglary. Again, still working to learn more details, but we will continue to follow the story throughout the morning. And for now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Coco, thank you. Deputies investigating another street takeover, this time in Bellflower. They discovered it while responding to a burglary over the weekend along Bellflower Boulevard. When they arrived, they found several vehicles blocking the intersection after dispersing the crowd. Deputies found that burglars had smashed into a nearby liquor store and stolen merchandise. Investigators have not determined the value of the stolen items and have not yet made any arrests.
With some developing news in Long Beach this morning where a search is underway for a man who fell off of a jet ski. The missing man reportedly riding with a woman and a group of people when they got somehow separated from the group. A boater heard a woman screaming and called 911. Lifeguards located the woman who managed to swim to the breakwater rocks. This morning, search crews found both watercraft outside of the breakwater there, but there's still no sign of that unidentified man.
In La Mirada, one person is dead following a fire at a condo. The LA County Fire Department says they were called out to the building just after 11 o'clock last night and found smoke coming out of the front door of a unit. The LA Sheriff's Department had launched an investigation, which is standard operating procedure in a fatal fire.
The entertainment world mourning the death of actress Hayden Panettiere. She was just 36 years old.
Brooke here with all the latest on what we know.
I imagine we felt the same, right? Yesterday when you saw this news break, what? It was completely shocking and so incredibly sad. Tributes this morning are pouring in for actress Hayden Panettiere, with friends and former co-stars even remembering her life and career. Earlier this morning on Good Day LA, TMZ shared exclusive details surrounding her final moments that could point to a possible cause of death.
So we found out that this went down in Greenville, South Carolina, yesterday afternoon. Around 1:50 is when paramedics responded to a call for a woman in cardiac arrest, and they arrived at this condo where we're told Brian, her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, had been staying, as well as Hayden had been staying there, and that when paramedics arrived, they did indeed confirm that she was in cardiac arrest. We know that from 911 dispatch audio that the paramedics performed CPR, and they used the words overdose as so looking at this as a possible overdose.
Now, Hayden was most known for her star-making roles in the TV shows Heroes and Nashville. Her father confirmed her death in a statement to ABC News, calling her an incredible light. Now, while officials have not yet released a cause of death, you just heard TMZ's Charles Ladeboudiere reporting medical crews responded to a call for an unresponsive woman in cardiac arrest at a home in South Carolina yesterday. The report says first responders tried to revive her, but she died at the scene. Panettiere's career spanned nearly her entire life, from child commercials to big screen hits like Remember the Titans and Scream 4. Viola Davis starred with Hayden in the 2026 drama Custody. She remembered her talent, but also the person behind the talent, describing Hayden as an old, wise soul and a deep heart. One Tree Hill star Bethany Joy Lenz knew Hayden since they were both young, sharing memories spanning years. She wrote that she's crushed and struggling to understand how this can be real. Melissa Barrera shared the screen with Hayden during Scream 6, I should say, posting a broken heart and a message wishing her peace. David Arquette worked with Hayden years earlier in Scream 4. He kept his message short, sharing, "I love you, Hayden." And Rosie O'Donnell joined the outpouring of love online. She posted Hayden's photo and said she was heartbroken by the news. Hayden actually appeared on her show when she was 11 during her Remember the Titans press tour. As for her official cause of death, the Greenville County coroner will perform an autopsy today to determine a cause and manner of death. This is just, again, incredibly sad news. We all remember just that like bright little curly-haired girl, those commercials, obviously the movie when she was very young. And I think it's most just sad to think about her daughter, for one, but that, goes unsaid. But just, this talent that everyone is talking about, that at such a young age, there's no more.
I remember her well in Heroes. She's intelligent, bright, and had a lot of energy. What she brought to that role, at least. Yeah,
it's really sad.
It is upsetting when you see someone lose their life at such a young age and think of everything they could have still accomplished. And all right, more to come for sure. Thank you, Brooke.
Thanks, Brooke. On to this now. At least 7 people are dead following historic flooding in Indiana. The destruction had spanned multiple communities along the White River after the river swelled to levels not seen in more than 110 years. Driving the flooding, a multi-day onslaught of destructive thunderstorms and strong winds that started nearly a week ago. According to local officials, local bridges have been compromised and several buildings are in imminent danger of structural failure due to the floodwaters. The disaster has prompted local disaster declarations across more than a dozen communities, and the president has approved Indiana Governor Mike Braun's request for federal disaster assistance.
Closer to home, we do have quieter conditions across the area. We are tracking high pressure out to the east of us, and with that system will be impacting our weather as soon as tomorrow. Some of those impacts do include a heat alert becomes active or in effect tomorrow at the 10 a.m. hour, and it will carry through Thursday. During that time, we are expecting to see our heat peak for the week. So tomorrow into Wednesday and Thursday, some of the hottest days of our week across some of the area. We're not expecting to see a cool down until we arrive at this weekend across some of the area. Here's a wide look at what's happening here across the atmosphere. We do have that high pressure system. It's been dwindling close enough to bring in some of that heat here, not just yesterday, but also moving into the early parts of our week. Well, you'll see that system migrating closer to the home front here, and with the expansion of that heat, that is what puts us with our temperatures ranging anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above our normal moving through this week. It will not be until we arrive at the end of this week that we start to see that system pushing out, and that's when our temperatures will go ahead and take a drop. Even that drop does look like some of the area with temperatures still above their normal, but not as hot as what we are expected to see during the peak. Now, Inglewood for today, temperatures around noon shooting into the low 80s. We will have some cloudy skies out there, but a lot of sunshine moving across the area as well. So a mix of the two. We'll have some sunshine up across Anaheim as well. If you are planning on hitting the park, Disneyland, but also maybe taking a step out to get some lunch there around noon, we're expecting to see those temperatures jump into the 80s as well with plenty of sunshine. And perhaps you're in the mountains. You did see some of that wet weather over the last several days. Well, we are rid of that, and with our pattern in place this week, you will also see some heat. That heat today looks like temperatures making their way into the upper 70s to low 80s. Again, that heat advisory active as early as tomorrow. So if you do already have those outdoor plans, just something to note there, making sure to get in a lot of water and making sure to have that sunscreen on deck as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at some traffic this morning. Your Good Day LA traffic is brought to you by My Home Sold.